Okay.
Hello.
Good
Good
morning.
morning. Good morning.
Morning, Jemima.
How wonderful to see you, Darcy.
Hey, thanks so much for doing this with me, Jemima. I
Thanks for
really
doing this
love
with me too.
it's very, very cool. It's like a whole new adventure for us.
Yep. And we've known each other for over 20 years now. It's a long time. So it's wonderful. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. You've come in and out of my life, in and out of my life for 20 years. That's pretty fantastic.
And we've come back now to collaborate, haven't we, Darcy, for this
Yeah.
amazing community. To speak to people and to enlighten people and to have people tell us their stories too, yeah?
Right. Right. The last time you and I collaborated was in
Oh gosh.
New York City in
Two,
2000 and
2000
2000?
and no, around then. It was a long time ago. Yeah, Darcy. Hang on a sec. I don't know whether. Hey guys, I'm going to be real honest here. I'm not sure what I'm doing, so I'm going to be.
Okay.
I don't know whether to talk to Darcy or talk to you, talk to us. I guess everything. So if I come out saying me, you, her, us, please, I'm just learning as I go. So uh, yeah, I just thought I'd let you know that because I'm a little.
So, so the point of us having a conversation and putting it on YouTube is Jemima and I love to talk to each other about big, deep conversations. We have big, deep conversations, and we really feel like we want to share those big, deep conversations with the world. That's what we want to do. And we've gone from simply being in the, not simply, but from being in the entertainment industry as performers, directors, and teachers to a more spiritual bent in our lives. And we want to share that, right? Would you say? Yeah.
Yeah,
So this kind of meeting is, we're going to meet what, every week, Jemima?
I'd say every week.
Yeah.
I'd like
And
it
then
to
we're
every
going
week. I can talk every day, but I'd like every
to
week. And that's too much. People stop, stop.
talk continuously.
Yeah, just totally running all the time, live, 24/7. Oh God.
We'll meet once, let's just say once a week. We'll meet once a week, and we'll put it on your YouTube channel, Awaken Positive Power. And yeah, we're going to share that with the world and see where it goes from there. And hopefully we'll get better and better at, doing this. And right now neither of us know what we're doing, and
Yeah,
that's really fun. Yeah,
that's really fun.
it's kind of
That's
a
one
fun
thing,
thing.
does yeah, we were talking about before, guys, is we want to be like raw and honest and as genuine and authentic as possible. Like, and that means,
Right.
can I say the word, excuse me, fucking up or messing up or whatever? I'm Australian, I swear a lot. I use the Australian as an excuse. So sorry, Aussies. Sorry, Aussies. But anyway, yeah, so we're trying to just be raw. So, and we'd love your help along the way too. You know, if you have ideas for us, if you have ideas in terms of tech, you have ideas in terms of topic conversations, we'd love your input. That's what sort of inspires us, will be inspiring us aside from each other, of course. But, you know, just if we do mess up, that's life, isn't it? And we're not afraid to be here to make mistakes now. So, hey, bring it on, especially because we don't really know what we're doing. So, and we know what we're talking about. That's one thing we do know. We know what we're talking about. But in terms of tech and the visuals and all that sort of stuff, it's very new to me, and I think Darcy as well. That's why we're great collaborating together, because we're like two new, what is it? What can I say? Two new ducklings.
Yeah, well, we're collaborating because really, Jemima, you make me laugh. And I really like to laugh. So, who do you want to collaborate with? Someone who like, okay, let's do the tech part, or someone who makes you laugh about it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, Jemima, I really enjoy talking with you and talking about deep subjects and finding a way to shine our light through that.
Yeah.
That's what I really like. So, I'd really like to do, Jemima, is first of all, I'd really like to introduce ourselves and talk about our background a little bit and let people know who we are, what we're bringing to this, and what we're going to share. But before we do that, could you share the disclaimer for
Yeah,
us?
guys, we have to legally do a disclaimer um, for everyone's benefit. Okay, guys, we are here to support you, but we are not here as licensed professionals. So please remember that. We're here to talk with you and also be enlightened by yourselves as much as each other. We're learning along the way. We're all students in this life. So this is what we are. We are students in this recording, this website. Okay, so this is the disclaimer, guys. This is for entertainment purposes only. There is a content warning. The following contains or may contain discussion of suicide and suicidal ideations. If you are in crisis or thinking about suicide, please call the following organization. It's a National Suicide Prevention Lifeline, and the phone number is 1-800-273-8255. And please remember, Darcy and I are here to support you as your friend. And we are learning just as much as you. So keep that in mind, guys. Peace. Is that how
Thanks, Jemima. That was lovely. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
I really
very important we do that, guys. Just so we all can sort of see where we're coming from. We're coming here as your friend rather than a professional.
Yeah. Yeah. And, I think now at this time in history that we are living through, one of the reasons Jemima and I decided to do this is because we want to talk about life, love, death, stress. How do we deal? How do we cope? How do we heal? My dog's in the room too, so occasionally you're going to hear a bark. My dog and your cat. Our cats are dogs. Oh, there's a bark. We'll come out and
everyone's welcome. Everyone's welcome.
Bring your parakeet. Yeah. So, Jemima, can you tell us a little bit about your background as an artist and how you've segued from being an artist into being this spiritual person who cares so much about other people's mental health?
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah. Briefly, I guess my history within the performance industry is very fortunate. I'm a really fortunate person, although I've been through my own dark night of the soul and traumas, but they've only made me stronger. But anyway, I was born in Sydney, Australia. Yay, Sydney! Okay, little cheer out. And I had a wonderful family. I was really fortunate with my family upbringing as well. And I discovered I wanted to be an actress, and I went to an acting school in Sydney, Australia, quite a professional, affluent one. And from there, I was a performer on the stage in Sydney. I also enjoyed directing as very much so, but I was really very focused in on my acting, and I was working as a professional in Sydney, which is wonderful. And then I moved to New York City to continue my studies at another prestigious acting school there, where I actually met Darcy, who was my mentor. She was my guide in directing for theatre. And I became a director of theatre, and thanks to Darcy, who mentored me and inspired me, really did. I got my own theatre company together called Electric Productions, where I worked professionally with other actors from the acting school I went to. And we worked like in New York City, man. Woohoo! If you can do it there, you can do it anywhere. I mean, there is a crowd there for everything and anyone. So it was really, I was living my dream, living to the max, performing, directing. It was amazing. And then I fell in love. Oops. My life sort of took a turn for the most wonderful reason. Love is amazing. I am a lovebird. I'm a Pisces. I'm all about love. But I did get distracted, as one does. And I was young and I was learning. And my husband and I, we ended up being married. We lived our lives kind of secularly for 14 years. That's a huge other story, guys. That's another story, and I really don't want to touch in on that because it was, relationships, good and bad. But it did shift me. It was, even though my husband and I are no longer together, it shifted me into this. I can't do this, Darcy. Stop.
You're doing it right now, Jemima. It
Mm.
shifted you. And that's what's really important. It's your shift. It's not the event, it's not the circumstance, it's not the details, it's the shift. It's that you went from your difficulties and you went deep into those difficulties and you pulled yourself out, regardless of how difficult it was, regardless of where you went in terms of your personal darkness, you pulled yourself out. And I am so incredibly impressed with that. You
Thanks.
know, Jemima comes in and out of my life all the time. She shows up, she's like, "Hi, I'm here." We have a great time. And then she disappears. And I go, "Okay, well, that was fun. I hope to see you again later." And then boom, she comes back and we start something all over again. And though, so here she is back again. And she told me about this amazing journey of moving herself. You moved yourself through your darkness. And you said, now that I've moved myself through that darkness, I want to be there to help others move themselves through their darkness. And it's that shift, Jemima, because you could have gone the other way and not been here at all anymore.
Mhm.
But you chose to stay here with us and say, "Hey, I understand these feelings that seem insurmountable, these circumstances, these feelings that are so enormous. They feel like you cannot overcome them. And yet you did. You did." And so that to me is what's really important. We don't need details unless they might sneak out here or there. They may, they may not. It doesn't matter. The important thing is that you tell everybody that you shifted. And you, I mean, you did a lot of great things to shift yourself forward. You did you and I did ceremony at one point, and then off you went to doing more and more ceremonies and more self-discovery and moved cities. I mean, just moving in itself is a huge thing. So yeah, that's pretty remarkable. And now you found yourself in this place. And so that's great. I appreciate you sharing that. I also appreciate your big feelings and how easily they surface. I really
Yeah,
do.
it's a struggle. It's a very new experience for me, guys. Everyone does. This is like I've only been out of my. I'm a drug addict, a recovered drug addict, and I was hardcore using drugs for like over 20 years, off and on. But the last 8 years of my life, I was a hard shooting up pretty much between 10 to 15 times a day. But I was also a professional. No one knew this. I managed to have a professional job at a university in California. I managed to have a professional job as a cat sitter around the city I lived in, had over 75 clients, and worked so meticulously, pretty much to make sure no one ever found out of my trauma, my horror. Um, I was living this amazing professional life and running from place to place to place, and in between each time, shooting up. And this was a secret. Nobody knew anything for years. Um, it was excruciating. Um, and then I was faced with a trauma in my last city in California, which forced me to leave. And because I got a gun pulled on me, and it was kind of like then I had 6 weeks where I was sort of terrorized and haunted by a group of people who thought I was more fortunate than I was, because I worked my ass off to keep my drug addiction going, and I was earning money, but little did I know, I had a facade that was not true to what was going on within my studio apartment. Um,
You had such an amazing facade that when I saw her, I'm like, wow, I'm wondering about her. Because her energy was so manic. You were so manic that I'm like, okay, I can't even bring her back into her body. I can't really completely connect with her there. And I'm like, but she's managing to go to like early morning exercise classes, and she's cat sitting, and she's doing all these things, and she seems to be pretty present with me. But there's this weird energy going on. And I decided, I'm just going to let her go her way with her stuff and not I'm not going to try to solve anything or find out anything. She'll share it with me when she wants to. and I can't really be around that energy. So I really just kind of went step back. And if she contacts me, great. If I'm around, great. But I could sense the energy was off, and I just decided not to investigate.
Yeah.
I had enough stuff of my own to deal with at that time. So I just had to have faith in that Jemima would send herself through or contact me when you were ready to share it.
Yeah.
You know, now I have to say, um, I did try to check in occasionally because I had to ask myself, now, are you on the brink of something? You know, are you on the edge? Is there anything I can do about that? And the only thing I could do about that was to say, I'm here,
Yeah. Yeah. Bless you.
you know, just to let you know that I was here.
And
Um,
you were, as were a lot of, possibly some of you listening now. Like,
right.
I could not have done it without, even though I thought I was so alone because I had lied for so many years and I didn't want to share it yet because it was still an addiction. The support network I felt was just, I mean, I'm so fortunate to have people like yourself and people who are listening, maybe even other of my friends. You know, even if it was just from a distance, I felt it, you know. But yes, so going on. So then I came to my tragic ending
No,
in California, where it was either going to be my life. They said you either leave town or you die. Literally, guys. I mean, this is, and in the meantime, I'm shooting up. So it was pretty freaking scary, and I realized they were serious because I wasn't leaving, because I was also in the midst of another story, but I was trying to find my husband. So it was all major chaos. So I realized then my life was done, and I thought, I can't do this. And I had 2 cats, and I thought, I can't do it to them. So I hired a car, got the cats, and sort of drove across to Seattle, Washington. And then I was there for about a month. I managed to get, because I'm a fitness instructor, I managed to get some jobs, which is awesome. And then I decided to get clean. Well, actually, I decided to get clean when I was in the car driving across state to state going, this is crazy. What's happening? I can't believe. And then we come across COVID. Yay. So I'm alone in a new town, just got my first job and going, yeah, start work tomorrow kind of thing. And COVID hits and isolation. And I bought 10 long mirrors because I had a small studio apartment to make my place look bigger. So then we're in lockdown, and I'm like, got these 10 mirrors around, and I'm not constantly, oh my God, looking, going, this is crazy. And welcome.
oh my gosh.
Did you say that? Who said that? Crazy. It was amazing. And I mean, someone said, you could have taken them down. I'm like, oh yeah. I just didn't even think of it. You know, my mind was so, my body was so, I was ready for this. And the dark night of the soul came in. And I wrote this the other day on Facebook that COVID saved my life, because I was forced to, COVID assisted me saving my life, because it gave me that isolated time to look in the mirror and see what I did, what was my role in how I got here. How the hell did I end up like this? I mean, at that stage, I'd just been shooting up, so I was also detoxing. But I missed the most important thing, guys. Sorry, well, not most, but I actually had a suicide attempt in between. I don't mean to nonchalantly say that. I guess it's something that, you know, you don't really want to remember, or kind of think. It's hard to think back there because it's such a dark place to want to take your life. It's really, it's profound. It's the ugliest place. You think you're not worthy. You feel like the life that you have doesn't even think you're worthy. You don't want to put anybody else through the stress you're in. You don't want anyone else to worry about you, because you're at the end. You can't be saved anyway. That's, you know, the whole stuff. It's a really dark place, guys. Those of you who've been in depression, or even if you've had thoughts, I think everyone's had a fleeting thought. You know that ugly place. Now, Darcy probably asked what helped you get out, because that was obviously my trigger point. And it was my cats. To this day, guys, I still don't really know. And that's what's the beauty of this, is I've been gifted a huge chance again to come back and do this. I don't know why I'm talking sort of thing. I don't know what's going on, but I'm following it. And I feel like I've got this voice to talk to you. If I can get out of it, anyone can. And the gift was my cats. I woke up, I had to feed them, and I knew they were my responsibility. And I thought, I can't like not feed them. I mean, they were beside me going meow, meow, meow. And I don't know how long I was out for. I knew it was like probably at least 24 hours. But that was kind of like, I just got going for the cats, just got going, just keep going. And so I think the universe was pushing me, going, get it together, get it together. Because I don't remember how I got it together. And I remember I found Zoom, I found Meetup, isolation was there, and I'm going, I'm stuck. And maybe it was also safe. It was safe for me to be stuck because I couldn't find dealers. I couldn't find, drugs. I didn't want to because I didn't know where I was. I was in a freaking new town. Everything was so crazy and so just a ripple effect of negative things happening to then have this pushed on me, where I realized eventually that all of this was perfect timing. Perfect goddamn timing. COVID, everything was kind of a line for me, even though it was the most tragic thing in my life. All these tragedies were forced on me. I didn't choose any of it. I'd still be back in California if it wasn't forced on me, to come to where I am now. And I'm excited to share.
I think it would have been forced on you one way or another,
Yeah, I would have. Yeah.
It really, it's, the universe has a way of kicking you in the butt, and you either respond one way or you respond the other way, but it always shows up that big, booty kick over the goalpost, right? We get,
Hey!
and there you're like, help me, right? So yeah, so you either respond with moving forward or not, and I think that, yeah, if you had stayed where you were, maybe circumstances would have gone XYZ or whatever, the great thing is that being forced into isolation, being literally forced to look at yourself,
Yeah.
and then, climbing yourself out of your dark hole. I think the important part there is that you said it was your cats. The really beautiful thing about that statement is the fact that in you cared about something other than yourself.
Yeah.
And I think that that's the really big deal, is that when we care for others, and I don't care if it's your cat or your dog, she cares for me. She does. She cares for me. I have, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's plants or the environment, bees, there's so many things that require us to care for them. We're the stewards of this earth. And we can either say self-involved and self-absorbed and go into our muck and our mire and disappear into our shadow self, or we can come back out and say, oh my God, I got to take good care of the rest of the world around me, and I'm going to start with my cats, and that's amazing. That's amazing. That's what life is about. It's finding someone to care for other than yourself.
Yeah.
Because when you care for others, then you really care for yourself.
Yeah.
Because you have the ability to nurture someone else.
Yeah.
So if you're nurturing, if you're feeding your cats, if you're helping them continue to survive and giving them love and comfort and warmth, a place to stay, you're also doing that to yourself. Mm-hmm. And everything is a reflection of everything else. And so, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And anybody could minimize, oh, she saved her life by saving her cat. Yeah, she did.
Yeah. Minimize it, people. Go for it.
But the beautiful thing there is, and I love this phrase, the macrocosm is the microcosm is the macrocosm, right? It's all a reflection of itself. So that might seem like, oh, she cared about her cats. Yes, she cared about another living creature that reminded her of how sacred she is as a living creature. So yeah.
It's a tough one to hear.
What a big, beautiful experience that was. I'm like, yeah, I'm so moved by that. And I so totally get that. I get that. So good on you, mate. Oh, that was so badly said.
Yeah, we'll work on that, people. Australians. Yeah, I'll get her. I'll rehearse her. Don't worry. I love it. And Das, tell me about you. Like what?
Well, you know what I'm thinking? Because this was such a beautiful opening first introduction that we have learned all about you, Jemima. And it's Awaken Positive Power. And she's going to put this on her YouTube channel. And then we're going to do this every week. So we'll save my hopefully somewhat interesting journey that
Oh
might not be quite as colorful. Well, no, who knows? Whatever.
no, it's colorful.
It's colorful. We'll do mine next time. You know, we'll do mine next time. I'd also like to add that we're going to throw in breath work. You're going to lead us in breath work. You're a Pilates instructor. You're a yoga instructor, right? And so you're going to lead us through some breath work. And
Hey
my
guys, hang on. Now you know why I have Darcy on board. Doesn't she talk really well? Yeah, she's so unreal. I love it. I just go, thank you. Isn't she amazing? Seriously, I couldn't.
Jemima makes me laugh and keeps me not so serious, you know. It's like, thank you. So we kind of balance each other. Otherwise, I get really into this kind of stuff, and people looking at me like, "What is she saying?"
One thing with Darcy and I is laughter. We both think that laughter heals everything, and it does. Like we had a little moment before TechWise where things of course going wrong, and we just laughed, and it makes it so much easier to get through, and things just fall into place. And it's not that serious. Life is not meant to be that serious. The universe is waiting for us to be successful. And we're the ones that step in our own way. And as soon as we start to open and go, oh my God, this is a gift, the universe laps you with good things, rewards, joys, that it comes back tenfold. So that's what I love about. And Darcy and I working together and laughing and everything, it's just going to create a wonderful space for us as much as for anyone who listens.
Right.
A safe space for us to explore things.
Right.
A safe space to be silly, to be weird, to giggle, and to also use our crafts. We've both got a lot of skills here that can help with your daily work, with your daily meditations, as you were saying, breath work, everything, Pilates, moving your body. So many things we have to offer you guys. So many things that we can.
I do restorative hypnosis, restorative hypnotherapy. I do various meditations, dream analysis. There's life coaching. There's so many different things that I do that I'll bring to this conversation that I'm really happy to share with everybody. So how about this for a wrap up, Jemima? What if I just lead us in a little simple guided meditation prayer thought thing?
I've got goosebumps. Yes,
right.
Please.
Yes. It's non-religious, non-denominational, invasive into your philosophy. It's just simply a real simple prayer that thought that a friend taught me a long time ago, and that I use still to this day. And there's lots of variations on it. There's lots of different ways to do it, and I'm simply going to do it the way I do it right now. Do you want to do that?
I'd love to do it with you. Thank you, Darcy.
Right. So if anybody is
lucky, we're all spoiled right now.
My dog will do it too. No barking. Okay. All right. So here we go. Yep. All right. So for just a moment, and if you're at home, I hope you will join us with this, okay. So just to sit back, get comfortable, close your eyes if you like, and put all your attention on the tip of your nose. Feel the cool air go in and the warm air come out. And even if it's warm in the room where you are in, just notice the slight difference between the air going in your nose and the air coming out through your nose. In and out. In and out. Letting the sounds come in and go out. Maybe there's the sounds of people in the hallway or traffic. Maybe there's the sounds of gardeners or dogs. Just notice the sounds come in and out, the way the breath comes in and out. Easily and effortlessly. In and out. And here's a thought. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings be healthy. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free. May I be free from suffering. May I be healthy. May I be happy. May I be free. May I be free from suffering. May I be healthy. May I be happy. May I be free. May I be free from suffering. May I be healthy. May I be happy. May I be free. Aho. Thank you. All right.
Beautiful.
All right, my beautiful friend. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Yeah, bless. I can't wait to talk about you and talk about us and our experiences. And I mean, guys, we do get into these deep conversations. We kind of really float off each other. And so I hope you'll come back and join us. We've got so much to discuss about life, love, and death. And we do hope you have a great weekend, whatever you're celebrating. This is the Easter weekend.
It's the Easter weekend. We decided to start on Easter weekend because it's truly about life, death, and love. It's the springtime. It's renewal. It's rejuvenation. It's owning ourselves and owning our fellow man and being a part of the universe. So
rising up. Rise up, everybody. Rise up. Woohoo!
We get to say it now for the first time. Remember to like and share.
Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh, I always forget this stuff. Okay, so like and share and subscribe and say we love you. Hey, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, Darcy. You're amazing.
Thank you. You're amazing. Bye, everybody.